Hey there, and welcome to the sew along for the Charita dress. This is a great beginner pattern because it is literally all straight lines of sewing. There are going to be very little curved edges to sew, and so this is a great way to get some practice if you're new to sewing, and especially with working with patterns. So the pieces that you're going to need to cut out are going to be for the front of your dress. You're going to have the large front, 2 front yokes, your center front piece. This is my front middle, and this is my front bottom piece. On the back, you're going to cut almost the same. You're going to have 1 large back piece and a back middle and back bottom piece. So we're going to get started with the back, and we're going to sew the back middle to the back bottom right sides together, matching the notches, and you're going to sew a straight line down here. And then once we have sewn our back bottom and back middle together, then we're going to attach the back middle to the bottom of the back of the dress, and then at that point the back of the dress will be done. So let's go to the sewing machine. So I'm going to be using a dark brown thread just to make sure that you can see what I'm doing, and you're going to use a stretch stitch for your dress, to construct your entire dress, because you want to make sure that the stitching will stretch with you across your body, because this is a very close fitting dress. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to baste it together so we can move through it a little quicker. But again, you want to use a stretch stitch that is on your machine. If you're not sure which stitch that is, then you want to check your manual for that. And you want to sew this dress with 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we are attaching the back bottom to the back middle. And so we've created 1 piece here. And now right sides facing, this is the bottom of the back of my dress. This is the right side of the bottom of the back of my dress. And we're going to do right sides facing for your back middle. And we're going to attach this to the back of the dress. And so now the back of your dress is constructed. You can press these seam allowances open, and you can finish the raw edges with your serger or using an overlock stitch on your machine if you would like. Now we're going to move on to the front. We're going to repeat the same steps on the front of the dress. We have the front middle, which is this light peach fabric, and we have the front bottom, which is this burgundy fabric, and then we're going to stitch across right sides facing at 1/2 inch. So grab the big piece to the front of your dress, and again we are going to attach the middle piece, the front middle, to the bottom of the front of the dress. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the top of the front of the dress. So you're going to grab the top front piece, and you're going to grab your 2 yoke pieces, and right sides facing, you're going to attach them at the sides, matching the notches like this. And you're going to sew here, and for this piece you will sew here. So now you've got the top front of your dress constructed, and you want to go ahead and press the seam allowances and finish the seam allowances as well, because when we attach the top to the front of the dress, it's going to close off these seam allowances. So if you want to go ahead and address those now, that's the best time to do it. So grab your dress, the front of your dress, and we are going to attach the top matching the notches. Okay, so now we've got the front of the dress done, and now we're going to attach the front to the back. So grab your back, and right sides facing, you're going to attach the front of your dress to the back of your dress at the shoulders, and then we're going to attach it at the sides. So let's start at the shoulders. So now we're going to stitch down all the way down the side seam of the dress on both sides. And when you get to your color blocking, make sure that your color blocking is pinned exactly in place, because you want that to create a smooth transition from the front to the back of the dress. And it helps to slow down when you're getting there, because you can kind of control your fabric a little more. Okay, let's see how I did. So you want to create a smooth transition to make sure that this color blocking matches up. This is pretty decent. I'm off about 1/8 of an inch. So, but this is just for the purpose of the tutorial that I'm going to leave it like this. But if you would like, just go ahead and unpick just the area around this color blocking to make sure that you get that right. Because when it's on the body and it's kind of stretched out around you, it's going to be noticeable when these color blocking seams are not straight. So it's just a quick fix, but it's just a tip for you. So we're going to go back and we're going to sew the other side of the dress down the side seam. So we did pretty well here too. So the dress is sewn together at the shoulders and side seams. The only thing left to do is to turn down a hem around the armhole, the neckline, the other armhole, and at the bottom of the dress. If you have a cover stitch machine, this would be the perfect opportunity to use that. You can just fold your hem down and stitch all the way around. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. You can do it on a sewing machine. If you have a twin needle, this is a good opportunity to pull that bad boy out as well. But you definitely, whatever you use, you want to make sure that the stitch that you are using has stretch. Very, very important around the neck hole and armhole. The neck and armhole. If you'd like, you can also hem around the armhole and neckline with a bias tape. That would look very nice and clean. It's up to you. Okay, so we got the top of the dress here, and I'm going to clip my threads here in a little bit, but we got the top of the dress hemmed around the armhole, around the neckline, and the only thing left to do now is to hem the bottom of the dress, which is hemmed at 1 inch seam allowance. And we're done with the dress.